Who remembers the BJ and Bill show all those years ago on WOLZ? Well, many have said they missed the show, and guess what? They're back. Welcome to the BJ and Bill podcast.
Welcome to BJ and Bill, the podcast, a part of the Podcast Playground Network. Please give us that 5-star review and subscribe on your preferred podcast platform. Follow us on Facebook, BJ and Bill, the podcast. And of course, you can always email us, BJ and Bill, the podcast @gmail.com, as we welcome you to episode 194.
Yikes.
We're not too far away from 200, baby.
The big 200. I know that every time you give the number, I'm impressed. Every week I'm impressed. I'm like, shouldn't come as a surprise. It's one more than last week.
I think my son actually is impressed with it too.
Well, that's
I was
cool.
talking to him and he goes, because I told him, I said, what episode, or he asked, I think the other day, and I told him, he goes, oh man, that's quite the, I said, yeah.
Quite the run. The run there. We're catching up on 60 minutes. Well, no, we're not catching up, but yeah, I hear you. It's cool. It is cool. I mean, I like it, but yeah. Does he have any other podcast? Well, he must have some in-house that have gone, the podcast playground, that is, that have done, 200 plus episodes.
Yeah. And also, some of them joined him. They were already doing a podcast before they joined the network.
Right.
So they actually have episodes out there,
Yeah.
quite a bit higher.
Cool. Yeah. Cool. Well, yeah, whatever. I mean, here we are, just plodding along. Two old guys. Somebody asked me about that last week. I was like, oh, you have everybody has a podcast. Oh, you have a podcast. What is it? What do you talk about? I'm like, it's just two old men bitching about life. It's easy.
Yeah.
No big deal.
What do old men do? They bellyache. And
That's
what do we
it.
do for an hour? We bellyache about life.
We just share it with our friends. That's all. It's all good.
And
So, yes.
then we were like middle-aged guys when we were on the radio.
Right.
And we were, basically, complaining about middle-aged stuff and talking about things going on in our lives, like transplants and well, wait a minute. It's the same stuff we're doing.
It's the same. Times change. Times change. People don't.
Yeah.
I love that one. And it's true. Times change. People don't. So there you go.
I've been busy. And
Doing what?
My wife had friends in town.
Right.
So they all went and stayed at the Gaylord because I guess that's where some big graduation was taking place this weekend.
Super, super cool hotel resort there at Disney at Orlando.
That's what she said. She goes,
Oh, yeah.
like people came from all over, but the people that were staying in her room
Right.
came from Georgia, came from Fort Myers, came from Claremont.
Oh, boy.
And she said, she came home and we watched a TV show together because, I had to wait because I told you, well, let's do this late in the day because I don't know when I'm going to get back. And then we actually got back earlier. But yeah, I've been doing podcast after podcast after podcast. The Gift of Life, the organ transplant podcast, I did 6 of them over the weekend.
Really?
Yeah, I just had all these people wanting to be on the show. So I said, hey, I'm going to be home alone.
There you go.
Let's just line these up. And I did one. I'd get it edited. I'd get it ready. I'd put it in the system. Then I'd do another one. And then I did another one. And then I did 3 on Saturday and 3 on Sunday. I thought I had 4, but one of the ladies forgot that it was Memorial Weekend.
Right.
And her family had plans. And so.
Wow.
Or I would have done 7 over the weekend.
Wow.
So I'm like way ahead.
You're good for 2 months. You could take 2 months off.
I know I can. But no, I got to do the damn cardiac rehab crap.
And the damn BJ and Bill podcast.
I don't mind doing it. I could do that anywhere.
Sure.
The
rehab. So yes. So you're starting to look like Schwarzenegger now, or what? How's it going over there? The rehab.
I'm hating it so bad. I ain't starting to look like Schwarzenegger. It's like,
really?
You know what I need to do? I need to do it every day. That's what I need to do.
Mm-hmm.
But I've just been doing it on the days that I have to do it. And I need to be doing more. So on the days that I have to be doing it, I don't wear myself out so bad because I would be more in shape if I was, doing a little bit each day. But no.
You're preaching to the choir here, but go ahead.
I sat on my ass till I guess I got to get on this stupid computer and Zoom my meeting or my workout. And I hate hearing that there's people that's older than me. They're old ladies and everything. And I think they're doing better than I am. And
So wait,
it makes me so
are
sad.
you saying that you do this, you do your workout on a Zoom call?
Yes.
You're actually doing the workout?
Yeah, and the instructor can see me, and probably they have a big screen
Sure.
that shows them everyone else.
Sure.
But thank God you don't see anybody else.
This is like Peloton for old cranky people.
Oh, it is. And like because they do a blood pressure and people like me who have higher sugar, they do the sugar. So when you check in,
Right.
you hear all these people, like, hi, this is Gladys. My blood pressure is 190/20. Some stupid.
Right.
And then
right.
BJ, what's your okay? It's 94/72. Okay. And so you hear the other voices, but you never see them. But when they talk like this, you kind of wonder what they look like, Like, oh man, that sounds like a crankety old lady that I could get along with.
It's awesome. It's not very secure. I mean, I heard you the last week say, they don't show the faces because of, it's medical, it's private and all of that. I get that. But you're still hearing the people and they're giving their names and everything.
Well, they're giving their first names. It's not like,
I get it.
Like,
yeah.
Mr. Odom, what is your number?
Yeah. That's
they always
funny.
call you by
so anyway, so they go, how many people on a call?
Well, now you're going to really make me get into this.
Now we're going to make you spill the beans here.
Now when I was doing my 1 hour.
Actually, I'm sorry. The young kids would say spill the tea, right?
Oh yeah. The
I never knew what that was, but go ahead.
So I'm spilling the tea here. So when it was the workout session, there was like 4 of us.
Okay.
It was another guy and two women.
Okay.
But then they have these things, like mental health checks and all this other stuff. And basically what you do, you listen to a speaker for an hour. And then they tell you to chime in like an hour early. You can check in an hour. I'm not an hour. I mean, 15 minutes early.
Right.
So I turn my little, my iPad on that I do my exercising and I do the classes with on the little app that I have. And I turned it on, which is basically just Zoom. But there's like 5 or 6 older people. No young people are doing cardiac rehab.
No, of course not. They don't. They're in shape. They do exercise or they go to the gym.
So there's like 6 people already waiting to go on this, call. So all the other people were talking to one another. And the way Zoom is, a lot of times when you talk, your picture comes up.
Yes.
And then when somebody else's talks, their picture comes up.
Yes.
Well, the instructor hasn't joined the room yet. Well, Martha, how are you doing? Oh, I don't know. It just seems like, oh my God, look, another man checked in. This is like one of those dating apps. It's like, I kept my mouth completely shut the entire time. And all these people are just like talking and everything. And I'm just sitting here going, oh, this is better than, daytime television for sure.
Nobody's tried to pick you up on the rehab call, have they?
Well, I didn't talk, so I don't think my picture ever,
Oh, okay.
showed up on the screen. But all the people, there was like a dozen on that one, and I think at least 9 or 10 of them were,
old friends.
Well, they weren't old friends, but they were Gabby, and one lady was really Gabby.
Oh man,
and it was just a hoot to listen.
Just old folks just talk. Just shoot me now. Can't put it on my misery. I hear you. I get it. I mean, it's. But boy, wow. That's a lot.
It's. I don't know. It's they have their own app, but what's really funny, it's their own app, and you check in when you're supposed to check in. You push the button, and then the screen comes up and go. You're waiting. I guess you're waiting to get in because I never did talk, so I never did see myself on the screen except for, when I see myself normally.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that was like 15 minutes before this thing was supposed to start. And these people were just, it would have made a good podcast, actually.
Speed dating for 80-year-olds. It's great.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Terrific. Boy.
So I kind of, I enjoyed them, but like I said, I did not say a word because I didn't want to pop up in this conversation. I didn't want to get mentioned. I just like, no, close. Don't say a word.
So, all that being said, how goes the rehabbing piece of it?
Like crap. But I mean, I'm doing it.
Like crap.
Well, I was thinking this weekend I would exercise while Susan was out, do some of the exercise.
Sure.
I just did podcasts and watch basketball and racing. I know we're going to get into sports, but man, I have really got to talk about NASCAR.
On the day after the Indianapolis 500, you need to talk about NASCAR.
No, wait. You are not a race fan, young man.
No, I am not. No.
First of all, let me explain to you, because you don't even have your information correct.
I got some splaining to do.
Sunday, 11:30, coverage for the Indianapolis 500 begins.
Right. Of course, we recognize you're not hearing this until Wednesday, so think back to Sunday. Yes.
Yeah. So you hear the commentators and everything, and then, of course, you see the race.
Yes.
And about an hour, 45 minutes after the race, the nighttime Memorial 600, Coke 600 comes on.
Yes.
1,100 miles of racing race fans in one day.
Wow.
You get the 500, you get the Coke 600, 1,100 miles. It is Christmas time for a race fan.
This is how lame I am. It's the day after. I can't tell you. I don't know who won the 500.
But I don't know either. I mean,
okay, I'll look it up. I'll look it up real quick. Yeah.
It was a young kid. It was, and then another kid just barely. I mean, it was like a photo finish.
Oh,
and
really?
The kid was crying and so upset because I guess he ended up second last year and he ended up second again this year.
Wow.
So, yeah.
This year, the winner of the Indianapolis 500, the 110th running of the Brickyard, was Swedish driver Felix Rosenqvist.
Yeah.
Who knew?
And of course, my boy, and I like to see him win races. Daniel Suarez from Mexico actually won the Coca-Cola 600.
Are you sure about that?
I am sure about that. Coke 600
Ross
was won
Chastain won the Coca-Cola.
Bill.
Oh, 2025. Yep.
You're a year off.
I'm a year off.
But what's funny, he races for the same racing team.
Okay.
So they've won it 2 years in a row. The racing team, because they have like 2 or 3, 4 drivers.
Right.
But Daniel Suarez won yesterday's race.
Very nice.
Was Sunday's race.
Very nice. Okay, there you go.
Now,
So
I know we need to get into basketball, but I really want to get into, because this is probably information you don't even know, and I'm going to tell you how special. Well, one I'm just going to get into it all because even if you're not a race fan, I think this is information that you'll enjoy listening to.
okay, by the way, just as a quick aside, and I'm interested and I can't wait, but note to NASCAR.com and your marketing team. It's the day after the race. You think you want to put the winner on rather than still having Chastain at the top of the webpage?
I don't know. You might be looking at something really weird because
I'm looking at NASCAR.com. All-time Coca-Cola 600 winners. And it ends with Chastain. It does not show your guy.
You need to have the app. It's on there.
Okay, fine. Okay, fine. See, everything's on the app nowadays. Everything. I get it.
Probably, they're just getting to it.
Just getting to it. It's only the most important piece of information you could have on your website. I can't imagine why it would take you 24 hours, but okay, I got it.
but yesterday
Yes.
was special in more ways than one, and I'm going to share that coming up next. BJ Odom here from Gift of Life, the Organ Transplant Podcast. A reminder, my memoir, More Parts Than a Chicken Nugget, isn't just a medical story. It's a survival story filled with humor, hope, and heart. It'll make you laugh, maybe even cry, and definitely believe in second chances. More Parts Than a Chicken Nugget. Available now on Amazon.
Most people spend years planning for retirement, but not nearly enough time planning for what comes after the paycheck ends. Hi, Bill Stevens here, and like a lot of people our age, I wanted more than just slowing down. I wanted purpose, something meaningful, something that could still create some income from home without punching a clock every day. That's why I started building my own home-based affiliate marketing business. Now, I know that's a fancy term, but it's really pretty simple. I'm also getting help from a big online community and step-by-step support. And now I help other people nearing retirement discover that maybe their next chapter of life could become the best one yet. Want to learn more? Well, check out my website, bizwithbill.com. Again, www.bizwithbill.com. That's with a Z. All right, we're back, and quite the tease, I might add. Yesterday was special, more ways than one. Tell us, Mr. Odom, tell us.
If I start crying, please forgive me. No, really, serious.
Okay, all right.
I'm dead serious because I don't know if you've heard the news. Obviously, you didn't hear the tragedy that hit NASCAR world on Thursday. Kyle Busch,
Yes.
rushed to the hospital.
Yes.
In critical condition. Pneumonia is what we finally found out it was. And he died at the age of 41.
You and I talked about this earlier in the week, so it's not news to me. Yes, Kyle Busch passed. Yes.
The NASCAR community, well, first of all, let's talk about Memorial Day and what it's all about.
Mm-hmm.
Remembering those that we lost, to protect this country. So every driver has a fallen soldier on their windshield. And throughout the race, each driver kind of says, I'm driving for such and such in Oakland, California, or in Wheeling, West Virginia, or wherever it may be.
Cool.
And so they really, it's a very emotional and respectful tribute to those that we lost in war.
Awesome.
But not only that, but if you are a race fan, and I was never really a Kyle Busch fan until the last couple of years because he quit winning. And I was even saying, come on, Kyle, let's win a race.
Right.
But what they did, the first 30 minutes of the broadcast, if you caught it from the very beginning, and I caught it because I knew that this was probably a subject they'd be talking about.
Right.
First of all the commentators had their spiel about what Kyle meant to them and what Kyle meant to racing.
Right.
And then they brought more drivers in, young drivers that, he had touched and helped through their careers. And it was just a very emotional 30 minutes.
Very
and then,
nice.
Of course, they continued talking about it. And, usually they interview a lot of drivers. Well, they interviewed a lot of drivers, but every interview that they had all centered around Kyle Busch. Now, they talk about, Memorial Day and what this race means, and, they always, at every NASCAR race, there are, military people there, and they, it's a military type,
Sure.
event all year round, NASCAR.
Sure.
So then, if I start crying, forgive me, Bill.
I'll try it.
The race is ready to start. And then who comes out but the Bushes? Dad, mom, his brother,
Wow.
his wife, 2 children.
Wow.
And I don't know who it was for sure, but came out and basically did a 5-minute eulogy, right there on the track. And it's showing people crying in the audience. And see, It was just emotional.
Very good.
And it took a lot out of not only me, but the people in the crowd, you can only imagine. But the way they, showed respect to this man, unbelievable. And they said, even to the widow and the two children, this is NASCAR. This is the family. We will be there for you every step for the rest of your life. And it was emotional. And like I said, I was crying like a baby. But it was heartfelt and meaningful.
Very nice. Very nice. Yeah. The new, and this is off track, but it's a good closing line. There's a Publix commercial that shows a group of dogs getting their mailman to stay in the neighborhood after they were bad to him. And at the end, the mailman is driving away, and the one dog turns to the other and goes, "Are you crying?" And the other dog says, "Are you not?" So yeah, I mean, I don't want to make light of a serious situation, but I get it. I get the emotion of that sort of thing. And I'm sure I would have been crying right along with you had I watched it. And I don't even know him, but I'm touched by that sort of honoring of people who have been a part of something. Obviously, he and his family have been a part of racing for a long, long time.
Oh yeah, his brother's a racer.
Yeah,
I don't think his father was, but yeah, they've been in the racing world. Well, like his son's 11 years old.
Right.
He's already I mean, he's not racing in NASCAR, but he's already racing, and so, and the son was really, he was there by his mother, and he was an 11-year-old kid, and you would have swore he was a man holding on to his mother while his mother was just sobbing nonstop, but when they walked out on the racetrack, what are these people doing here? And why? And then the announcers actually explained, well, NASCAR is a family, and families come together.
Sure. I'm very glad that they did that. I mean, that's obviously, and I didn't know him. I didn't know his reputation or whatever, but obviously Kyle Busch was a guy who touched a lot of people in his life and his career. And so it's only fitting that when he passed that, they honored that. And again, so it doesn't matter. I just appreciate it as being good, as human beings being good to each other.
Yeah.
Because there's not a lot of that in this world nowadays. Let's face it. So yeah.
But when they first started announcing his, here's his mom and his dad and his brother, and then I saw his wife and two kids. I'm like, wow. That was Thursday. This is Sunday.
Right.
This is like strange. That was my thought. This is weird. But then when I saw the whole ceremony and heard how it all came together, then, okay, I understand now. Because racing was that family's life. Because like I said, his 11-year-old son, Braxton, is racing. And they actually, now his car was number 8. They will no longer use that number. They changed it to 33 for Memorial Day's race.
Right.
And they said they are going to remain, 8 is going to be remained on the shelf until Braxton, and who knows if he'll continue racing. But they said the number 8 is saved for Braxton. Yeah, for Braxton, if he comes to NASCAR and wants it. And everybody, all the drivers, I don't care who the driver was, what their car number was, everybody was wearing these Rowdy, because they called him Rowdy. Kyle Busch was known as Rowdy. Number 8, they had the number 8, and they had Rowdy. And even, of course, it was being played on Prime Video. That's where he caught the race. And, they usually have the stand, where the announcers are doing the pregame and everything, with the sponsors on it. And, it says Prime Video. The same emblem with the number 8, Rowdy, was on the front of that. That's all there was on the front.
Wow.
So, yeah, they really did it up good for having 3 days to put it all together.
I also saw, didn't they paint the number on the grass in the infield?
On the infield, yes.
Yeah, that I did see a picture of. In fact, of a couple of drivers coming out and kneeling there in the grass, and yeah, now I'm gonna do it.
And then of course he always he took the checkered flag when he would win, and he would wave it over him, and then go in front of him, and he'd bow. Well, Daniel Suarez last night did the rowdy bow, and he
Nice.
said,
Very nice.
and
All
also
right, now we're both going to cry. It's okay.
and the other two races this weekend also did that too. The drivers.
Look at that couple old men crying about it. It's awesome.
Let's get into basketball. Wait a minute, Bill's still going to be crying when we get into basketball.
That's a great transition. It's a cruel transition, but it's a great transition. It's a good one. Oh man, that's mean. You want to do that now? You want to take a break?
We can take a break and then come back with Bill crying now.
He's gonna choke up on things a little bit. So, all right, everybody,
I'll get the tears out of my eyes, and we'll come back to your
We'll
tears.
do that. Yep. We'll be right back. So, go refill your coffee, stand by, and we will be right back.
There's no crying in podcast.
This is BJ and Bill, the podcast. Welcome back. We'll discuss the crying part in a minute. If you're enjoying the show and liking it as much as we enjoy bringing it to you, please feel free to stop by wherever you get your podcasts. Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio, YouTube Music. We're on all of them. Leave that 5-star review. We'd appreciate it. If you'd like to contribute or see what else is going on, see pictures of BJ working out. That's a rare thing. You visit the Facebook page. Just do a search on Facebook, BJ and Bill, the podcast. You got to spell the whole thing out. And also spell the whole thing out, BJ and Bill, the podcast at gmail.com if you'd like to reach out and email the show. Because BJ loves getting email. I don't know why, but he does.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why, but he does. So it's all right.
What is wrong with your calves? What is going on, my friend?
I got one word that solves it all. In my opinion, I'm not a basketball. I'm a basketball fan, and I'm locked in and watching a lot. So I just what my eyeballs will tell me, and it's one word, and it's turnovers. Not apple, not cherry, basketball turnovers. And they have given the ball away consistently and often, and it has hurt them. We're talking about the Cleveland Cavaliers badly. In the worst spots, and I don't know what it's all about. And I'm looking at you. I'm looking at you, James Harden. I'm looking at you. I'm looking at all of them. I'm sorry. I shouldn't pick on anybody in particular because I watch that team and it's like they doing great, but then you compare points off of turnovers and it's like 12 or 16-2, and it's like, well, there's the difference in the game right there. Don't turn the ball over. So what we're talking about is my Cleveland Cavaliers. By the time you watch this, by the way, will have either been, watch this, by the time you hear this podcast on the Wednesday, will have either been swept by the New York Knicks, which there is a very good chance that happens in Cleveland, which would be so disappointing to local fans and yours truly. Or they're going down, 3-1. And by the way, it's been repeated often in basketball. It's happened in other sport, like in hockey playoffs, it has happened, but it has never happened in basketball that a team that is down 3-0 in a best of 7 series has ever come back. It has never happened. Cavaliers came back from 3-1 to beat the Golden State Warriors to win the NBA championship way back when. That was LeBron days, but never 3-0 in any kind of a series. So anyway, it's not looking good. It's just not looking. And meanwhile, the Oklahoma City Thunder and the San Antonio Spurs are absolutely just hammering each other. Night after night, the games are great. The physical action is, again, this is a Monday, so I watched the Sunday night game where San Antonio blew out Oklahoma City to make it a 2-all series. It'll be updated when you hear this. But it's like, I mean, there was a lot of blood on the court. They were showing the backboard there was blood stains on the backboard. I'm like, oh my God. So yeah. So the Knicks are going to have several days off to rest, go to the beach, take it easy, have a pina colada, and then come back, and whoever's left whoever is left between San Antonio and Oklahoma City, whatever's tattered remains of that team, is going to have to play a nice, fresh, ready to rock New York Knicks team. So, here we go.
You know what? I know it's been going on for the last few years,
What's that?
but when did hugging become a? I swear, if you're going to throw a ball in,
Yes.
or if you're in the paint,
Yes.
who's ever defending you isn't just. They're like hugging you.
Not in a nice way.
Yeah, not in a nice way. They're holding you. They're hugging you. When did basketball take over football for being the roughhouse
Physical
sports? It's just I can't believe they allow what's going on to continue to go on. And the women are the same thing. When I watch the
fever.
The fever, and it's the same thing.
Yeah, yeah. If anything, I think the ladies, in their own way, it's rough. I'm not going to say rougher because I mean, they're half the size of the guys playing. So yeah, the four. But yes, the overall action of the ladies' game it's tough. They're beating up on each other again out there, and I think. I don't know if this is true or not, but I think with the ladies game, it's up, it's sort of like this with the guys too. Every night it's like, how are the refs going to call the game? Are they going to let it go? Are they going to call it tight? Are they going to be like, okay, we got you here. Let's rein it in a little bit. Or are we just going to, as the announcers love to say, let them play? So don't know.
Yeah. I'm not a fan. I'm a fan of, some physical basketball, but I'm not a fan as physical as I've seen in these playoffs. And the ladies, you think they're already in the playoffs, you'd think, by watching those games.
And they're just getting started. I know.
And they got sharp fingernails. What's wrong with you ladies?
Sharp finger. And I hadn't thought of that, although I'm thinking it might be hard to dribble a basketball with big, long, sharp fingernails. So I'm thinking they're not doing that so much, but I don't know. Get Caitlin on the phone. Let's find out. Come on.
All right. A lot of those girls, I shouldn't say girls, a lot of those ladies.
Yes.
Were at the 500.
Well, it's in Indianapolis. Yes, I saw Caitlin posing next to the trophy and all of that. So yeah, good for her. Very good.
She got to go. The big words are, gentlemen, start your engines.
Yes.
Hensky got to say, gentlemen, start your engines. Yeah. It should have been what do they call? Yeah, Caitlin, because she was the Grand Marshal of the whole thing. But all she got to say is, drivers, go to your cars. That was her command that she gave.
That was kind of lame. You're right. Start your engines.
She said it well, but I'm like,
right.
Well, that was lame. Drivers, go to your cars.
That is kind of lame. And then on the very, 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 very rare occasions when I forgot her name. The Indy driver who tried NASCAR a couple of times. Then you had to do, ladies and gentlemen, start your engines.
Yeah,
so, that was a fun one. Yeah. Danica Patrick. Yeah, love her. She's got to now. Don't want to give away any. Don't want to send people away from this podcast. But Danica Patrick has a great podcast. So yeah, she does.
No, and I forget her name. I apologize to anybody who was a fan. But there's a lady, and she's not even full time in the Cup Series in NASCAR. I think her name is Good. I'm not for sure. But she tried to do the double.
Right.
And it wasn't her fault. It was a wreck in front of her, which she got tied up in.
Oh.
And so she did not complete the race there in Indianapolis. But I think she completed the race but she was a few laps behind because she had and that was her pit crew. She went out on the course, on the track, and lost a wheel. So,
lost a wheel?
That's when you don't put it on very good.
Yeah,
like someone in the pit crew said, okay, that's good.
One or two bolts. Come on, who needs 5? Come on.
Yeah. So yeah, it went flying off, and it was not pretty, and she had to. So she lost a lap or two.
That's not good. That's just that's not good.
So she got in kind of rough shape in both races, but she tried to run the double.
Good for her. Very cool. Very cool. All right. Well, there you go. So wait a minute. I just thought of that. back up. Are you saying there was a female driver in the 500 this year?
Yep.
And they didn't do, ladies and gentlemen, start your engines?
Well, I don't know what I think they say nowadays. They go, drivers, start your engine.
I'd rather
That's what
have
they
ladies
say.
and gentlemen. I'd rather,
No.
I like the ladies and gentlemen better. I think it just sounds classier. Yeah.
Yeah, now
But,
it's
okay, I got
drivers.
it.
At least
I
in
get it.
NASCAR.
I understand.
Drivers, start your engines.
I mean, I approved. I don't approve of drivers. I approved when Star Trek went from where no man has gone before to where no one has gone before. I get it. Okay, fine. Good. I'm okay with that. Ladies and gentlemen, start your engine still has a nice ring to it.
I'm thinking, hey, guys in that chick in the car, start your engines.
Ladies, you too. You girls, you go ahead. You go ahead. Yeah, way to get in trouble. Way to get us both in trouble. Stop that.
Oh, I'm doing it for joke purposes.
For humorous purposes.
I would be very cordial to the lady.
Of course you would. Of course.
I would say, hey, do you mind if I get in the car with you?
Want to go for a ride, little girl? All right, wait. We're getting in trouble again. Stop.
Yeah.
Stop that right now.
I want to go back to the conversation we had.
About?
Unless you're not done with the playoffs there.
I'm done. I'm done with the playoffs. I was done with the playoffs after the third game.
So we were talking about, women and their nails.
Oh, okay. This is an odd turn, but go ahead.
This is going to be an odd turn all the way around.
All right.
Now, after I had my stent repaired, they had me on blood thinners.
Yes.
So last Thursday, I went to see my heart electrician, the electrophysiologist.
I have no clue how all of this comes together, folks.
Well,
I'm here with you waiting for this. So let's go. Let's go. You went to see the heart electrician.
It's all going to come together here soon.
I'm sure it is.
So she gave me an echocardiogram. That's where they put the little patches on your chest and your belly.
Yes.
They put all the wires on you, and
I've been there, done that.
Got your heartbeat and everything on there.
Yep.
So nice lady, very friendly lady.
This is your heart electrician.
No, this is the lady who did my EKG.
I got you.
Very sweet lady.
Got it.
She actually started my engine, I think, but nonetheless, but she had those women fingernails that are somewhat long. Not like, not where they start to curve in or anything.
Right.
But, she had, longer ones.
Probably fake anyway, but go ahead.
So, man on blood thinners.
You.
Yeah. She's taking the patches off. And of course, they put one on your arm also.
Yes.
So she's going to take the patch off of my arm. Her fingernail goes into my body. And as she's going, I swear she ripped a big old, and I'm okay. Again, I'm on blood thinners.
Blood thinners, yes.
It started gushing like Jet Clampett, going to be a millionaire.
Wow.
I wanted to say, you biatch.
But you didn't. You were nice.
I didn't. I was very nice and friendly.
Good.
But I'm thinking, maybe that's a job you shouldn't be wearing long fingernails.
You think? You think?
Just saying.
Did she at least take note and apologize properly and patch you up? Of course.
Well, actually, she said, "Oh, I'm so sorry."
Yeah.
But then I put my sleeve down. Because I usually wear long sleeves because
I get it.
Cancers and things like that.
Sure.
So the doctor comes in, everything is cool, everything is gone.
And isn't there like blood dripping out of your arm?
No, wait.
No, wait. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm interrupting the story.
So we're on the way home, because we were in and out after, the doctor's
right.
And so we got to the car. And my wife was actually going to drive because I said, why don't you drive to wherever you want to go eat? We'll go eat. And then because we were going to go all the way back to Orlando because I was going to drop her off at the Gaylord and then I was going to go.
There you go.
And so I'd already drove all the way there. So I didn't want to go to the Gaylord. And then I said, you drive for a little while. And then all of a sudden I look at my arm. Oh my goodness. It looks like I've been bleeding. And when I pulled the shirt up, the shirt was actually stuck. So the blood must have hardened on the shirt, and
Yes.
it was like acting like it was a protective Band-Aid.
Yes.
So when I lifted up to see when I went to look, I don't know if it ripped it more or that's when really Jed became a millionaire. Thank God my wife had some bandages in the
Wow.
car.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
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 she
you
never even
bled
patched me
twice.
out.
You
Well,
bled
no, well,
twice.
I bled twice, I guess. Yeah. But I never even, because I had the sleeve. And as soon as she pulled, she put the sleeve down and I thought I
Why the
was,
heck didn't the person doing the work at the hospital fix you up? They just let you bleed?
oh, she probably just thought, oh, my nail hit him. I don't think she knew she punctured me. She probably didn't know that I was on blood thinners, would bleed out on the way home.
I think it's kind of important for you to make mention of that, hey, I'm bleeding here,
Well, I
and
didn't know
B, for them to take care of it.
I did not know I was bleeding until I got in the car and I go, oh crap,
Oh,
man.
you
There's
didn't know
blood
you
on
were
my
bleeding until you got,
there,
okay.
there's blood on my shirt. And then that's when I went to pull my sleeve up. And then I noticed, oh, it's sticking. And as soon as I pulled it up to look,
Yeah. Oh, sure.
eh,
Oh, yeah.
so
You're gushing again. I get it.
yeah. So I was a double gusher.
Wow.
But
Wow.
I'm all patched up now.
I'm glad to hear that. I
I
think maybe
should
you want to be a little more careful in future endeavors.
I think I lost as much water tearing up in the first part of the show than I did out of my arm, maybe. Well, I don't know. There was a lot of blood there, so it might be equal. I don't know.
Okay. Me or most other people, it's like, I ain't going to worry about it. Blood thinners, kind of important.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
Here's what I always think when I'm on these blood thinners. Please, Lord, don't ever let me wreck a car.
Right.
Could you imagine if you got like
Right.
they'd never even get there and I'd already
No.
been bled out.
It will look like a mass murder scene. It will.
Yeah.
It will. It will. God, officer, I don't know what happened. He just, he just bonked his head on the steering wheel. Now, it wasn't a bad thing, but he bled out here in the car. Ugh, all right, that's a little gross. We don't need to go there.
But when I was
yeah.
going home and then the gush began again and we had to pull over and find a Band-Aid and everything, I'm like, I wish I'd have noticed that because then I wanted to yell at her in a way.
How do you not notice at the time?
I have been cut and poked and prodded so many times.
Mm-hmm.
Now, punch me in the face, I'll notice it.
Okay, I got it.
Stick a needle in my arm and walk away and even leave the needle in it, I'm probably not going to know.
Yeah, see, you are, of course, the exception to that rule that most people like, oh, I don't know, me. I yelp like a little, like a puppy when the girl pulls the little patch off of me and I don't even bleed. I'm like, yeah. So,
well, I will admit this. When I got married to my loving wife, Susan.
Yes.
You have to get a blood test.
Yes.
We got a blood test. They got the blood and I started to get up and let's just say I didn't make it very far. Thank goodness I was close to the chair still. And the nurse helped me down because I almost passed out. But now, 40 years later,
right,
and going through 2 transplants and everything else I've been through, you can poke me with anything. I'm like, I don't even feel it anymore. You could probably poke me with a shovel, just, and I'd go, what'd you do?
Sounds like another horror movie or something.
Yeah.
Chasing BJ around with a chainsaw. Great. I love it. Okay. Wow. We can't leave it. Well, we got a few more minutes to talk. So I was going to say, thankfully, we'll have to come up with a better story to finish the show than BJ bleeding out on a street somewhere in Orlando. So, man, what is up that? Oh my gosh. So
I'm not going to, because there was other people with my wife this week.
There were other people. Well, yeah. What's that got to do with it?
She did things she's never done.
Girls' weekend.
Oh, I'm glad that she was thinking that I'm loving and caring enough that she could share with me. I'm going, my God, I know you were a prude as a kid, but I think I think you're I think you're living your teenage years right now.
Making up for lost time is what
Oh
you're saying
yeah.
here? Okay.
Oh
All right.
yeah.
So you're not going to, you can't set us up like that with a juicy intro like that
Well,
and not finish at least some of it.
there's other people involved.
You don't have to name names. I
Let's
don't know
just-
who's in. I mean, I know your wife, but I
Yeah,
wouldn't.
but other people that may know that their spouses
That's
or
on,
something.
that's on
Let-
them.
Let me do this, and then go. Let's say there was some gummies involved.
Some gum. Okay. That's not they're legal. Nobody's breaking the law. Nobody's going to hell for a gummy.
Well, somebody who's not used to it's like, oh my
Oh,
god.
yeah. I hear that. I do.
In fact, she wanted to watch her soap opera because she hadn't seen it in like, well, you got Thursday, Friday, and then the Monday, today, a new one comes out. We get that on Peacock. So she had 3 to watch. She watched one. And then, of course, I met you to do the podcast. And she goes, I'm going to bed.
Mm-hmm. Still having the effects of gummies, are we?
Well, that and, wine.
Of course. They did both.
Oh, yeah.
Thankfully, nobody driving at any point here.
Oh, no, they did mostly at the hotel. And then they did go out to eat a few times, but they would Uber.
Good. Glad to hear that.
So just hopefully they weren't sharing with the Uber driver. They should have been good.
I'll say. All right. So, well, all right. I mean, there's again, no laws were broken. No, no pool boys were picked up. No, nothing like that.
Now, now that I don't know.
Oh, okay. All right. So we're leaving the door open.
Yeah, there could have been. I mean, I'm just saying there could have been. I need a sniffer for chlorine.
That's hilarious for some reason.
What are you doing? I'm sniffing for chlorine, dear.
Sniffing for chlorine,
I want to know if you were with the pool boy while I was out.
Wow. What do you, there's no comeback to that. I'm sorry. There just isn't. So, okay, good. Well, everybody's home safe and sound now. That's all that matters. Here it is. Yeah. It's a Monday. The weekend is over. Everybody's home safe and sound.
Yeah.
You think?
Well, 2 were flying and 1 was driving to Fort Myers.
Oh, okay. Fort Myers. And the other one's going what? Indiana or back to where?
No, the other ones were going back to Georgia.
Georgia. Okay. All right. Well, hey.
Wild weekend.
Wow.
Of course, being the teenager I was somewhat proud of my wife. I'm thinking, you lived like I did back in my teenage years.
There you go. Live it up. Enjoy it. Yeah. I was going to say I have had 1 or maybe 2 gummies in my life. And the problem is, it's not a problem. The thing about them is it takes a good hour for it to kick in. So you're sitting around going,
there's nothing. Give me another one.
That's right. Exactly right. This is nothing. There's nothing going on here. I don't get it. Where's the fun? Come on. And then it's like, oh, wait a minute.
Well,
pretty soon the room is starting to swim a little bit.
Back in my day.
Oh, your day.
When I was in high school and my early years.
It was all very illegal then. There were no gummies. Yeah.
Rock and roll bands.
Yes.
You would call it creeper weed.
You've told the story before, but do it again.
You would like,
yes.
Oh man, I'm not even getting a buzz off of this stuff. Give me some more.
Right.
Oh man, this is like this must be ditch weed, man. This is no good. Give me some more. Then it's like boom, hitting a brick wall. Like, oh my God, this is good shit.
Homegrown too, right?
Well, some of it, that was ditchweed.
Uh-huh.
Ditchweed, what we call ditchweed was, you find it on the Indiana, riverbanks.
It's just growing along by itself.
Yeah, it's growing. Somebody needs to pick that. It's just growing there naturally. But we'd get what we'd call the good stuff.
The good stuff.
Because the ditchweed would
yeah.
Maybe give you a little buzz.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But the good stuff, that's all we
That's,
called it, the good stuff.
that's right. That's
Of
right.
course, I still can't believe I get heart casts anymore because, the doctor was going to stent, do my stent and stuff. He goes, "Oh, this will be just like a heart cast. We'll give you a little woozy medicine, and then, we'll go in there and we'll fix your stent." And I
Mm-hmm.
go, "Doc, that's the only reason I'm coming is for the woozy medicine. You think I'm coming to let you fix this? No way. But the woozy medicine, that gets me in the door."
I will say the 2 or 3 times that I've had the eye procedures done, that they've given me the happy stuff. It's amazing. It's amazing how, they are literally poking tools into your eyeball, and I don't feel a thing.
And you don't
Not only do I
care.
not feel it, I don't see a thing. My eyes are wide open. It's black. I hear people talking. I feel the air move around me as they're working on stuff. Don't feel a thing. Don't see a thing. Unbelievable. Thank you so much.
That's what we call the good stuff.
That's the good stuff. That's the good stuff. I know. That'd be amazing. It's amazing to me. All right. So anyway, there you go. What are we going to do with you? Good God. So anyway, BJ Odom continues to turn himself into an artificial intelligence artist, an AI artist. Ladies and gentlemen, you should, if you're not on Facebook and you're not seeing the work that he does to promote the podcast every week, there's a new thumbnail, a new piece of art every week that shows the BJ and Bill podcast and what's coming up that week. The last one you did was a little, your picture was not as, it's weird because mine, I think, looked very much like me.
Yeah, mine looked a little weird.
Yours looked a little weird. It looked like a game show host. I gotta say, it looked a little like, big hair kind of a thing.
Maybe I shouldn't have said make me look sexy. Maybe that. No.
Oh, okay. Okay. Good luck with that.
I think I'll try that this week. Make Bill and I look sexy.
I uploaded a selfie of mine to I forget who it was. There's so many services now, I can't keep them straight. But it was upload a selfie and then here's 3 or 4 things you can pick from to do it. And it's like, make me look like the Galactic Emperor or something like that. And it's a really good picture of me. It's really like Bill with the square jaw and that tough guy look on his face, but kind of, it's like, I'll have to post that on Facebook. It's fun. I'm actually taking a whole class, an online class in AI stuff about AI movie making and doing, YouTube videos with AI and stuff like that. So it's super interesting to me. It's very cool. Very cool.
Yeah, I'm having fun with it. 2 old guys having fun with AI.
That's better than 2 old guys just bitching about going to the doctor, I think. That's at least forward looking.
Yeah, that's more exciting. Hey, AI, can you just fix me so I don't need to go to the doctor anymore? Yeah. See that all those pills? Just take them all at once, and that he won't see a doctor again ever again.
Just once, just one more time for the autopsy. Yeah, obviously somebody like you couldn't do it because you have internal stuff going on that nobody can see. But people are using AI to they hold their hand up and I got this rash. What is this? And it diagnoses it just as good as your doctor would. And it's telling you we're not doctors. Do not take our advice on shit on this podcast, please. I'm sorry. I didn't want to use the word, but don't take our advice on this podcast. Go to your doctor and let him use AI to diagnose what's going on with you.
Well, that would be, depending on if you were a newbie listening to the show or if you've been listening to us even back to our radio days. People by now know that I ain't listening to nothing they say.
No, please don't. Please do not take any advice from BJ and Bill on anything, anytime, anywhere.
The only thing they've ever said to me that made sense at all was going to Mel's Diner back in the day. Besides that, they're all full of fluff.
You mean our advice to tell people to go to Mel's Diner?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We gave them good advice then.
I agree. And any other commercials we may have been paid to promote back in the day, but that was 25 years ago, so it's long over by now. But Mel's is still around, still kicking and still doing the job. So yeah, go into Mel's Diner, find manager Bill, and tell him we said hi.
In fact, we might even go back there this summer. He invited us back.
Great idea. That's a great idea. So yeah, and do that. Do that. That's awesome. All right. What else?
Nothing much. Going back well, yeah, I'll talk to you at our regular time on next Monday, but I'm gonna head to the down to the fort and my granddaughter's graduation. Hard to believe that little girl that I used to take. I'd pick her up at school, and we'd always go to the Gulf Coast Town Center, and we'd go to Rita's and have the
Italian ice. Love it.
Italian ices together. That was our thing. When I'd pick her up from school.
Wow.
Maybe I'll go down there this weekend and say, let's go to Rita's.
One of our good friends on this show, Miss Vicki Wagner, one of her granddaughters is also graduating high school this week.
I think she graduated because she posted pictures.
Yeah, Naples High School.
To tell you,
I don't know if it was Naples High School, but Collier County School District.
And I'll tell you, it looked a lot like Miss Vicki.
She sure does. It's dangerous. And your granddaughter, where's she graduating from?
I think Bonita, but she has she has actually not homeschooling. She's done the virtual school.
Oh, cool.
But the last high school she went to was the year before her senior year. And she went to Bonita.
So she did not attend a physical school for her senior year.
Nope. And they told her that she could walk with the school, and she goes, I don't know these kids. Just give me my diploma and let me have a party.
I don't have kids, so I never heard of that, but that's interesting. I mean, I know what homeschooling is, but the fact that the actual public school also has a virtual program, that's cool. I didn't know that. So
yeah.
So now that she's a real live high school graduate, she's got plans for school, for college, or what?
She was thinking about going to, they've changed the name. What is it? FSU now, or not FSU?
FSU was in Tallahassee.
Yeah. What's the college there where we used to hang out there at the Barbara
Edison College?
Yeah, it used to be called Edison, but it's something else now.
Oh, is it? Okay, I don't know that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's got a whole different name. It's not called Edison anymore.
Really?
Yeah.
Look at you're just full of information that I'm totally.
Well, see, I go back to Fort Myers once again. You don't go back. Yeah. You don't go.
Not at all. When you and I went down to do the podcast at Mel's, that's literally the first time I had been there in 20 years. So it was culture shock.
Yeah, I usually go back about every other month.
Good. Sure. Well, visit the boss, all that. Yeah, I get it.
I go down there and visit the boss. And what's cool about him being the boss?
Yes.
I go see my son.
Yes.
Hope the IRS isn't listening. But I write it off because I'm going and we discuss podcast. Yes. So we discuss business.
Of course. And then you can let him take you out to dinner somewhere. That's a
Then he takes it out. He takes it off.
I'm loving this. I think, I could, whatever. That'd be a great idea. Does that mean you and I should be writing off we don't have a lot of podcast expenses here, but we could write well, it's not really a business, is it?
No, it is.
Sort of.
I just got it's not set up yet. I'm going to set it up this week. Got my new little box. That one's still working. I figured,
right.
Should I let it go until just one day I turn it on and, oh crap, Poof. It's not going on.
Poof.
Should I wait till it poofs, or should I put the new one in now?
Speaking as someone who had an external, this is a little inside baseball here, a little geeky stuff, but speaking as somebody who had an external hard drive go poof with some important documents and photographs and videos on it, and now I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to recover them, I would recommend doing it before it goes poof.
No, I still have all the Gift of Life podcast. I have a hard drive. I have actually a hard drive that they're on.
Right. But I'm saying hardware can fail at any time. And I'm living proof of that. And I'm kind of cheesed about it because I have this hard drive that has a terabyte worth of stuff on it, including tons of photos and all kinds of stuff. Thankfully, a lot of the photos, from my history are uploaded on Google Photos. So they're out in Google's cloud somewhere. So
yeah, see, I'm okay. I don't have any of that on this computer. I have it on my phone and my iPad, but I got nothing but Zoom.
Yeah.
My Adobe Audition for my voice work. And that's it.
I'm really again, speaking my geek speak now, I'm really thinking that I'm probably going to move everything to somebody's cloud somewhere so that I don't have to worry about what happens if the hardware blows up here on my side. So anyway, that's,
Well, now
that's
would
my
I
story.
be
I'm
good?
sticking to it.
Would I be good? Because I got all this stuff on, external
Hard
hard drive.
Yeah, you're fine until the hard drive decides not to play anymore.
Oh,
Or
now
the
I
cat
gotta
jumps
go.
on it, or it falls off the shelf, or
I'm looking at it again.
all right, I've planted the seed of doubt now, haven't I?
It does look like it could fall off at any minute.
Well, you can again. It works until it doesn't.
That's just like
Literally,
me. I tell the wife that every day. I work until I don't.
And basically, that applies to all of us all the time, doesn't it?
Yeah,
And you
my
never
hard
know
drive
when the
goes.
bus is coming. So,
But, well, let me tell you this. Oh, this is the last thing that we're going to get out of here.
okay, then we're good.
Yeah, I like to leave on a laugh.
Yes.
My hard drive left a long time ago. Budding. I'll be here all week, folks. Try the veal.
He's got the drive. It's just not very well. Never mind. All right, good. That's a good place to end it. Thank you, folks. As always, we appreciate you being here. As always, if you've enjoyed this show as much as we've enjoyed bringing it to you, feel free to leave that 5-star review wherever you are listening. Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio, YouTube Music. We're everywhere all the time. Leave that 5-star review. Get in touch. Reach out to us. Post your favorite joke or picture at the Facebook page. Just do a search for BJ and Bill the Podcast, or email bjandbillthepodcast@gmail.com. How's that?
That's great.
Thanks, everybody. We appreciate you listening. See you again next week. Up till then, just up to BJ Odom to say,
See ya.
Flip the dial, take a ride back in time when the airways were golden and the DJ shine. 2 mics, 2 guys, and a whole lot of laughs. Living like legends, bringing stories back. No script, no rules, just telling it all.